are you paying for OCAC? Now you
Right.
do mandate they have OCAC. Yes, Mike?
Yeah. Just to clarify, what do you mean when you say that acronym? What does it mean?
OCAC is occupational accident. Occupational accident. If you are, and this is just good, if you are an independent contractor at 1099, you own your own company. You're an independent businessman, yeah? Or
Yes.
woman. So you have, let's say, an LLC, which you should have if you're an owner operator. You should have your own LLC, let's say, right?
Hmm.
Well, when you own an LLC, you can exclude yourself from workers' compensation. Just like you, Mike, you can exclude yourself from workers' compensation because you own your company. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Well, every independent contractor, every 1099 driver owns their own LLC. They can exclude themselves from workers' compensation. Well, here's the problem. I'm an owner operator. I own my company. I exclude myself from workers' comp. I'm driving down the road and I fall asleep and I crash my truck and roll it and I break my neck. Was I at work? Yes or no? Yes. Will my health insurance cover my injuries if they find out I was at work? They will not, because it's a workers' compensation claim, not personal injury for insurance. You get it?
Hmm.
But I excluded myself from workers' comp. Uh-oh. Now I have no coverage from my broken neck because I'm independent. I excluded myself from workers' comp. I didn't pay the full workers' comp premium for myself, and I get injured. Occupational accident gives that driver $1 million minimum medical coverage in the event I crash at work. And my personal health insurance won't cover me because I crashed at work. You get it?
Yeah.
Now you're a trucking company. If you don't make them get occupational accident and they crash and break their neck and they're independent with their own LLC and they don't have occupational accident because they're cheap, what will they do to pay their $300,000 broken neck medical bill? They're going to try to act like they're an employee of your company to get that paid through your workers' comp. Do you understand?
Right.
That's,
What if what if you have them sign a independent contractor
it's
waiver of
not going to
workman's
work.
compensation?
Nope, it's not going to work because workers' comp is state law. If the state determines that they are a W 2 employee based on how you use them, you're in trouble. You get it? Now,
Yeah.
if they sign that or don't sign it and they file against your workers' comp, but you can clearly show they pay for their own maintenance, they pay for their own fuel, they got their own truck, they lease it on, I pay them my contract. It's not just because they file against your workers' comp doesn't mean they're going to win. Do you understand?
Yes.
But it also doesn't mean you don't have to hire an attorney to defend yourself. So, what's the best thing for you to do? Everybody on this call, in my opinion, I can have it, should, if they have 1099, every 1099 driver should have a occupational accident policy so they have $1 million of coverage while they're at work. In the event they get hurt, the crash report says they were at work, their personal health insurance denies it, and the only way they're going to get the bill is to try to claim they're a W-2 employee with you. If they had $1 million worth of coverage and it was covering all their bills, what is the likelihood they're going to go after you?
Not very
Slim.
high.
It's slim that they're going to go after you if they already have coverage. But what if they have 300,000 in bills? Their health insurance won't cover it. They don't have no OCAC, and the only way to get it paid is to file workers' comp against you. So, moral of the story for everybody on this call: everybody who pays a driver a 1099, you should have OCAC for that driver, bobtail, and physical damage only if they want it. You don't care if they have coverage for their own truck. It's not on you. They can self-insure their truck if it ain't worth nothing, right? However, if you have 5 or more drivers and you're having them go get their own policies, that's a mistake because you can't add the contingent liability to protect you against lawsuit and attorneys and workers' comp claims that are unfounded. Once you hit 5 drivers, you should set up the program yourself. It not only gives you control, you make sure they do it. You don't have to wait for them to get the insurance before you put them in the truck. You'll get better rates because you'll get a package deal with the 10 drivers instead of individual with 1, 1, 1, 1. and then you can pay this $1,500 for built-in protection. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, and if anybody wants to see a video on how to set up your owner operator program on Trucking Wins, we have an owner operator program video that I recorded a year ago. Go watch that. It'll tell you how to set it up and what the pitfalls are for not doing it. Okay.
Okay. Got
So
it.
good question, Mike. So data queue, we're good. How
Yep.
to set up your owner operator program, we're good. Any questions about what I just said? If not, unmute yourself and ask another question.
Hi, Mr. Saito. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Go ahead.
My name is Jason. Thank you for taking my call. I deal with a farmer up in South Dakota. I live in Texas. And my question is, well, I have several, but we'll just nail one at a time. I read somewhere on the internet, Google search, about the MAP 21 in 2020, where they revised the hour of service and other things. One of the websites I read stated that the harvest season, the FMCSA made it a federal thing, and that it would be from January 1st to December 31st for all 48 continental states. Have you heard of that, or maybe I misread that?
I have not heard what you're saying, but I'm going to go check something a second.
Yes, sir.
Right? You guys see my screen?
Yes.
So what Jason's referring to is planting and harvesting season as it relates to the agricultural exemption.
Yes, sir.
Funny, Mike, we just went through this last week with you a bit, so this is fine. So here is what it is. FMCSA planting and harvesting seasons. Now, when you reference MAP 21, that was a congressional budget bill that mandated FMCSA meet certain standards in order to keep the transportation budget moving, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what MAP 21 is. So FMCSA has this website, FMCSA Planting and Harvesting. They last updated it in 2021, but that's not true. That's just what this says. You see right here, it's got this little table. I'm going to click on that.
Yes, sir.
Now, mind you, this is from the FMCSA website. This is a link to the government website. This is a list of all the planting and harvesting seasons in the states, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I know that they keep this up fairly decent because let's look at Wisconsin. See how it says January 1st to December 31st in Wisconsin?
Yes, sir.
That used to be it used to be March 1st to December 1st. March 1st to December 1st. And I'm going to give you the date.
I have not seen how much the eggs are now.
In 20
and everything else.
Yeah.
But
In 2018, the agricultural exemption changed. And when it changed in 2018, which is, I don't know, 6 years ago, and became more free, now it makes a difference when the planting and harvesting season is because secondary storage qualifies.
Yes, sir.
About 2021, something like that, about 2021, Wisconsin, maybe 2022, Wisconsin extended it year round. I know that because I used to live in Wisconsin and work in Wisconsin, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And now I can see that's still up to date for the whole year now. This used to be different. So now let's go through the states. You see?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Indiana, January 1st to December 1st. Indiana has not extended their planting and harvesting season, according to this, for the whole year yet.
Okay.
If it was under MAP 21 put into effect where it's absolutely year round, this would no longer be on the website. You get it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So every person here using the agricultural exemption for any agricultural products, fresh cut flowers, bananas that are not significantly changed, watermelons, cantaloupes, corn, carrots, whatever it is,